Hi, all of you. Is my sound is audible? Okay. So I shown you right. If you remember in last to last class, we shown you right how to launch the EC2 instance. So everybody is now quite comfortable in launching the EC2 instance. Or anybody is still facing any difficulty? Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Great. So from today we are going to start the practicals. Okay. So let me just do one thing. I am starting a instance just now for you. So we have to, you know that the process, right? We have to launch the instance, everything. So I'm just launching. And we have to choose the operating system. We'll be choosing the second AMI. Okay. And instance type, we'll keep it same. Key pair, you can select anyone. Okay. So let me just create a quick key pair for you. Okay. So it will be a quick revision for all of you also. I'll press enter, click on create key pair. A PEM file will be downloaded. And that's all. Here we don't have to do anything. Simply click on launch instance. The instance is going to be launched. So now this instance is started. Okay. And if I want to just find for the running instances, I'll just search for the running, and this is the instance. Okay. Now to connect to this instance using the putty. Okay. If you want to connect to this instance using putty, so you know that the first thing what we have to do, we have to convert this, okay, PEM file to the PPK file, because the first time I've done it. Okay. So I'll just search for the software called puttygen. Okay. And here I will just click on load, and here I will click on all files. These all things I already shown you. Okay, so that's why I'm just doing a little bit fast. And this is the key pair that we just created. Click on open. Okay, say private key. Yes, and I'm saving it with the name called Cloud 27 Mumbai. Save it. That's all. Now to connect to this instance, first what we have to do, we have to copy this public IP. Okay, and then you have to open the putty software, and in the putty software you have to simply write the username ec2-user, then at the rate, then you have to write the public IP, and here you have to click on SSH auth credentials, browse, select the ppk file that we just converted, click on open. If you want to increase the font size, come to the appearance and increase the font size, and click on open, click on accept. You will be able to connect to this particular machine. Okay. Once we connect it, or you can directly connect it from the browser itself, simply click on this connect button and click on this connect. That's it. And you'll be able to directly connect to from this machine. Okay, so you can do any of the method. The first thing they are asking us to do is, they are asking us to run this command because they will update something. So just copy this command sudo yum update. How to copy? Just select this line, okay, and do the right click in the putty software. Okay, and press enter. That will be done. And simply press Y. It will update all the software. Now from today we are going to do with the practical. Okay, so I uploaded in the lab file, you'll see that there is a lab file I uploaded of the Linux commands lab. Okay, so here we'll see the practical. In the last class we already discussed the theoretical part. Okay, so now we are going to see the commands, everything. So we'll be following this lab. In this lab, the first thing what you have to do is you have to log into your running EC2 instance machine. Okay, any of the method you can use, EC2 connect, SSH or putty. Okay, but in this document, whatever I'm going to provide you, a screenshot is of the putty. Okay, but you can use any of the method. The screenshot will be exactly same only, so there is no issue in that. Okay, once you get this type of the screen, okay, then you can start to do the practical. Okay, so currently you are logged in as a EC2 user. You're seeing the screen something like this, EC2-user at the rate and then some IP. Okay, that means currently we are logged in as a EC2 user. What we have to do is we have to log in as a root user, super user, so we can get some extra permission. Okay, so what I will do is I will first become the root user using the command called sudo switch user root. Okay, something like this, sudo switch user root. This is the first command you have to enter to become the root user. You can clear to clear the screen, and now you become the root user. Once you become the root user, now you can use whatever the command you want to do so. Okay, so from here our lab 1 is getting started. Once we logged in as a root user, you can verify we are currently as a root at the rate IP like this. The first command we are going to learn is the ls command. Okay, if we'll type here ls command, you'll see that there is no output is coming. Why there is no output is coming? Because currently there is no file, no directory is present. Okay, ls command basically list all the files and directory present. Okay, so currently there is no file, there is no directory created. That's why ls command is showing the empty. Okay, and here in this screenshot also you'll see that when I written the ls command, there is no output came. That means it is empty in nature. Okay, now if I want to create a file, okay, like in the Windows also we create a file in the notepad, right? Similarly in the Linux also, if you want to create a file, you can use a command called cat command. Okay, to create a file you can use the cat command. Just try to understand this command how I'm writing. So if you want to create a file with the name called file1, okay, if you want to create a file with the name called file1, you have to simply write the command called cat space greater than file1. Okay, cat space greater than space file1, and if you press enter, then they will give you the screen here. Okay, to write. So basically I'm saying that cat command, you have to write something inside the file1. File1 will be our name of the file. Okay, and whatever the content you want to write inside this file, like this is file1 created using cat command, whatever the thing you want to write it, right? This is just a normal screen, you can just type it here. Okay, by done. So like this way 4 to 5 lines I written, right? Now once you're done with your work, now you don't want to add any extra line inside this particular file, simply you have to press enter, come to the new line and simply press control plus D to save and exit. Okay, control plus D. So now you created the file, you saved it and exit. Now if you'll do the ls command, so see now they are showing that there is a file is present with the name called file1. Okay, now if you want to read the content, what is the content written inside this file1? So for that you have to simply use the command called cat and give the file name, and it will help you to read the content. Okay, so cat space greater than symbol and then the file name, it is helping you to write inside the file. Okay, cat and the file name, it is helping you to read the file. Any confusion up to here? Similarly, take an example. If somebody is saying you that can you add some extra line inside the file1? Okay, if you want to add some extra line inside the file1, currently the content of file1 is this one. So if I'll use the some command like cat greater than file1, okay, and I will start to write some content like new line 1, new line 2, new line 3, new line 4. Now tell me, what do you think, like what will happen in this case? Will this 4 line will be added after this 5 line, or something else will happen? What do you think if I'm going to use this command as per whatever your understanding you have currently? This command is going to write something inside the file1, well and
It
good.
will it will override the existing
Yeah, it will
line.
overwrite. Previous thing will be deleted and only the new line will be present. Whatever we added this 4 line, simply do Control D. And if you try to read the file, your previous content is gone. Only this 4 line is coming. Why? Because whenever you use the greater than symbol, they will overwrite the content of the previous file. Okay. But there can be a situation in which I don't want to overwrite this 4 line. I just want to add 2 more extra line. Okay. So for this cat command say that you can use the double greater than symbol and give the file name and then write the content here. New line 5, new line 6. So I added 2 line content. I will do control D. This time I will read the file 1. So see previous line not got deleted and new line is also added. That means double greater than will help you to append the file. Okay, append the line in the file, and cat greater than will help you to overwrite the content. Okay, so if you want to append, then simply use the double greater than. If you want to overwrite, simply use the greater than symbol. Hope this is clear up to here, all of you. Any confusion, anything? Okay. Now, if well and good, we created a file 1. Now, if somebody is saying you, then can you copy the content of file 1 inside another file? Like I want to create a file with the name called file 2. Okay. Can you copy the content of file 1 inside the file 2? Anybody know that how we can do? If I want to copy the content of file 1 inside a new file with the name called file 2.
There's a command cp something. CP and then
No, we are not currently going to learn. We'll do using the cat command itself. Okay. Using the cat command only, we'll try to copy the file content of file 1 to the file 2. So do you know anything about that using cat command? No? Okay. So let's try to understand this. See, whatever I'm explaining you now, logic, if you'll try to focus on that particular logic, you don't have to remember the command also. Okay. So whenever I will say that cat command, okay, you have to read the file 1. If I'll press enter, what they are doing, cat command, they are reading the file 1. Well and good. Okay. Now, if I'm saying to the cat command, that cat command, you have to read the file 1. Okay, you have to read the file 1. But what you have to do is you don't have to print that in this screen. If I'll just press enter, what they will do, they will print it here, right? But I'm saying don't print it, just read the file 1, and whatever the thing you are reading inside the file 1, can you write it? Because greater than symbol was helping us to write, right? Then I want to write it inside the file 2. That's it. Is this command making sense? That I'm saying to the cat command, you have to read the file 1, and whatever the content you will read it, that you have to write it in the file 2. Is this clear? This command explanation? Okay. And if I'll press enter, what happened? File 2 got created. But if we'll try to read the content of file 2, so see, exactly same command. Fine. Similarly, now let me take an example. I'm creating one more file with the name called file 3. And I'm writing some content inside the file 3. Okay, so I written this file 3. Now, if somebody is ask you, okay, now if somebody is going to ask you that this is the content of file 2, okay, and this is the content of file 3. Your goal is, okay, your goal is basically to combine the content of file 2 and file 3 and store it in a file with the name called file 4. Now, can you guess the command for that? If the previous logic is clear, you can easily say me the command. My goal is to whatever the content is written in the file 2, whatever the content is written in the file 3, that means total 6 line and 3 line, total 9 lines, I want to paste it in a file called file 4. What should we write the command? Anybody? Command will be started from cat only. Now you have to tell me. The first thing what we have to write. Which file we were writing here? The reading file or writing file? In the previous example, what we done?
Reading file.
Yeah, reading file. So what are the files we are going to read? Are we going to read only one files or two files? Two files, right? So I will say that cat command, you have to read the file 2, space, you have to read the file 3. After that, how to write it? Which symbol we should use to write?
Greater than.
Greater than. And then we have to give our file name. I want to paste this content in a file name called file 4. That's it. And see how simple it is. If you'll do the cat file 4, you'll see that all the content. Got it? Not only 2 files, there can be 100 files also. Just give a space, keep a space and give the file name and give the greater than and append it wherever you want to write it. Okay. So cat command can always help you to read the file. Okay. And they can, with the help of the greater than symbol, they can help you to write. Okay. So cat command is not helping you to write anything inside the file. Just try to understand. Greater than symbol is helping you to write. Okay. And maybe you will be thinking that cat greater than file 3. Okay, it is helping us to write inside the file 3, right? But if we'll use cat smaller than, anybody can think of greater than is helping us, okay, to write. So what will be the opposite? Because this is the opposite symbol, right? So this command should help us for, if the greater than is helping for write, so smaller than will help for just the opposite, right? Read, right? No, it will be read, right? What is the opposite of read? It is write, right? And write opposite is read. This is the normal thing. We learned it in languages, right? That read opposite word is write, write opposite word is read, like that. So cat is smaller than symbol file 3. It is helping you to read the file. So if you are writing the command cat file 3 to read, and you are thinking that cat command is directly helping us to read the file, no, in the backend they are using actually this command, cat is smaller than symbol. Okay, but people saw that even not using the smaller than symbol, automatically by default they use the smaller only. So people started to use this command directly. Okay, but actually the command is this one, greater than to write, smaller than to read it. Okay, so whenever you are using the smaller than symbol, that means it is helping us to read the file. So till now, if you'll see in this document, I shown you how to write, how to append in the file. Okay, then how to combine two files, that also I shown you. Okay, like how to combine the content of file 1, file 2 in a new file. Then how to copy the content of file, that also I shown you. Okay, now let me show you one more interesting thing. So currently, if I'll try to read the file 1, so this is the content of file 1, right? Now, if somebody is saying you that, can you print this content in the reverse order? Okay, can you print the content in the reverse order? That means line 6 should be printed in the top and line 1 printed should be in the last. So what is the reverse of the cat command? What will be the reverse of cat command? Simply you have to write it in the opposite order. That will be tac. Okay, and give the file name. Press enter and see, they printed this output in the reverse order. New line 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They printed it in the reverse order. So if you want to reverse the file content, so you can use the tag command. And not only this, you can save the content also. Take an example. I want to reverse the content. Okay, I want to read this file in the reverse order, and then I want to save this content in a new file. Okay, so how we can do it? Again, exactly same way. I will say to the tag command, you have to read the file 1 in the reverse order, and then you have to save that content in a file name called reverse file 1, something like this. That's it. Now, if I'm going to read the cat reverse file 1, what it should print? What do you think? Will it print this new line 6 to this one, or will it print this one? If I'm doing the cat symbol here in the reverse file 1, will it print this content or this content? That you have to tell me. First or second content? Second content, right? Because we stored it in the normal order, right? New line 6, new line 4. So if somebody is going to read this particular file, they will see in this content only, right? And if they will do the cat file 1, so they will see this content, new line 1, new line 2, because here we written it in the reverse order. So even if we'll do the cat, it will print in the reverse order only. And if I want to again do the tag reverse file 1, what will happen? It will print in the original format, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clear? See, if anybody have any confusion, anything coming in your mind, you can ask. Okay, don't feel anything. Just ask. If anybody is getting any confusion, either in cat, tag, reading the file, because the entire Linux is going to be dependent on all these things. Okay. You can always type the clear to clear your screen. You can always type the history to see whatever the command we typed till now. Okay, so till now we typed these many commands. Okay, so all these commands are coming. If you want to go and you want to use the previous command, okay, so you can press the up arrow button. It will show you all the previous command whatever you used. Okay, like this way you can keep printing like this. So these many commands we typed it till now. So if I want to keep coming down, so I can always see my command history. Okay, like this way. Now after tag command, let me show. Now take an example. I want to create few more files. Okay, so there is another way to create a file using the touch command. Okay, you can simply write the touch command. Okay, touch command. I want to create a file with the name called file5. I'll press enter and I will do ls if file5 got created. Okay, but what is the content of the file5? If I'll do cat file5, nothing will be printed because this is an empty file. So with the help of the touch command, you can create a file, okay, but that file will be empty in nature. There will be no content inside this. Okay, and if you want to write anything inside the file5, so again you can use this method cat greater than file5 and you will write some content. Okay, like this way you can do it. Similarly, if you want to create multiple files, you can simply do touch file6 space. I want to create one more file with the name called file7 and I want to create one more file with the name called file8. I'll press enter. They will create 3 more files and these 3 files also don't have any content. Okay, so touch command will only help you to create a empty file. Okay, other than that, there are few more use cases of the touch command is there. Okay, like if I'm going to say that, or basically if you are going to say that touch command, can you tell me a little bit help about you, like for what reason I can use it? So you can always use the -help. For any Linux command, you can always use the -help command to see the manual of that. Okay, so if you'll press enter, so they are saying that touch command, you can use it for many things. You can change some access time, you can change some modification time. So what is all these things they are talking about? Change time, modification time, everything. So to understand this, there is a command called stat. Okay, there is a command called stat. If I say stat file5, so what they are saying is that you created a file5 in which 26 size bytes content is there. Okay, and you created your file last time, accessed it at this particular time, you modified the file at this particular time, and your change time is this one. Okay, so access time is last time when I created the file. Modify time is last time when I modified the content of the file. Okay, so I modified the content of the file at 3:57:56. Okay, and change time will be the latest of these two times. So which one will be the latest, access time or modify time currently? So currently modify time is latest one. It is 3:57:56. That's why the change time is also equal to same. Okay. Now if somebody want to change the access time, you can simply write the command here. Okay. Or one thing you can do is you can simply modify the content of file. Like take an example, I'm modifying the content of file5. Okay. And I'm writing, this is new line. Done. So now if I'll do a stat file5, so they are saying that content is changed, right? See, the modify time become 4:3 and change time also become the latest one, 4:3. Okay, because we modified the time now. Okay, modified the file now, so they take the latest time. Okay, but now if somebody want to change, okay, if somebody want to change this time, okay, without modifying, okay, so you have to simply use the command called touch. I want to change the access time, so you can simply say -a option. Okay, -a is for access time, and give the file name, file5. What will happen if we'll do a stat file5? So access time got changed, and now see the access time become 4:37. And since the access time become the latest one, that's why change time also become the 4:37 because this is the latest one. Similarly, if somebody want to change the modify time, either you can modify the content or you can simply use the command called touch -m and then give the file5. Press enter and stat -file5. So now see the modify time become 4:1, and since this is the latest one, so change time also become the latest one. Okay, so touch-m command will help you to change the modify time. Touch-a command will show you help you to change the access time. And these all things only they are telling us in this command touch-help. When I said touch-help, what they are saying, they are saying that if you use the -a option, I will change the access time only. If you use the -m option, I will change the modification time only. If you don't want to use touch -help, so you can use this command also. Man is for manual, I want to see the manual of the touch command. And see, they will give you a little bit details explanation here. You can keep coming down using the spacebar button. And if you want to quit, you can simply press Q. Similarly, we use the ls command also, right? So if you want to see the manual of the ls command, that also you can do man of ls command. They will show you the details of the ls command. What are the options you can use it like this. Okay. So in the ls command also, there are so many things are there. Okay. If you'll do ls --- help also, or you can use the manual. So there are so many things they are telling. The first thing they are telling is if you want to use here ls hyphen a small l, right? So it is long listing format. So they are saying that currently when you do the ls, they are showing in this particular format. But if you want to see it in the proper format, ls-l you can do. L is for long listing. And see, now it is clearly saying that your file one size is 62 bytes. It's created at this particular time date. Okay, on this particular time it is modified. And this file 6, file 7, file 8 are the empty. There is no content written. That's why size is 0 because we did not added anything. Okay. File 4 is the combined of these two files, 62 plus 42 bytes. That's why see it's the content is 104. 2 plus 2, 4, 6 plus 4, 10. Okay. So they are saying all this size, everything. Let's forget about this, what they are telling this. Okay. We'll see this in the later classes of our Linux. Currently, you have to just focus on this. This is the size. This is the date, this is the time, and this is the file name. Okay. Similarly, they say if you'll again do the ls -help. Okay, we don't have to remember all this. We can always take the help. Now they are saying if you want to sort this, okay. If you want to sort this using the file size, okay. So they are saying you have to use the capital S. Okay, what is the meaning of this? So they are saying that currently when you do the ls-l, okay, so they are showing these many files. But if I want to sort this file in the size order, that means the file which is having the a smaller size, they will be up, then it will be keep coming down. It will be sorted in the size order. So if I'll do ls-l, and then they asked us to do the capital S. So I will just write the capital S also. Okay, either you can attach it both things together, or you can give a space and you can give minus capital S. Both the way you can write it. You'll press enter and see they sorted it in the size order. The maximum size got on the top, the minimum size came in the last, and they sorted in this particular order using the size. Previously, they were sorted in the naming order. Now you want to sort it in the reverse order. That means 0 will come on top and 104 should come down. Okay. So for that, you can simply use the command called ls-l capital S, and I want to sort it in the reverse order, right? So -r, that's it. And see, they made it in the reverse. 0 came top, 104 came at last. Are you able to understand these things, this sorting everything?
Yes.
Okay. So just we have to focus on that. Even how I use the -r option. Okay. So I know that, but take an example if you don't know. So again, you will type the ls-help command, and we can clearly see here they are saying that if you want to use the -r option, so it will reverse the order while sorting. Like when you are doing the sorting, if you want to reverse the order, simply use the -r option. Like that way, there are so many different options are there. If you want to print the size in different way, okay. If you want to sort it with some different way, so there are so many different commands are there. Okay, so as per our requirement in the future, we can always come here and we can see it. Just you should know how to find, how to read. Okay, either use the -help option or always use the command called man and then the ls command. Here also they will show you the exactly same thing. If you keep coming down, -l long listing format, capital S sort by file size, -r where is that? Actually, we are not able to go up. Let's press Q to quit it. Okay. So this is the thing I shown you. Okay, touch command I shown you. How to change the access time I shown you. How to change the modify time I shown you. Okay. Now I shown you about the ls-l everything command also. Now there are two more editor command is there. One is the vi editor and one is the nano editor. Okay. So to understand this logic, vi and nano. Okay. Let me show you like this. So see, currently this is the file, right? If I'm showing you the content of the file 1, so this is the content of file 1. Okay. Now, if my requirement is I want to add some extra line inside this file. Okay, I want to add 2 more line inside this file. Will you able to do using the cat command? Yes or no? If I want to add 2 more extra line inside this file. How to add some line inside the file? I just shown you, right? Which symbol we have to use? To add some extra line, which symbol we have to use? Single greater than, double greater than, smaller than, double smaller than. What will be the command? To add anything. Forgot? Double greater than, yes. It will be double greater than to append anything. Double greater than, and give the file name like this. Okay, and we can write the content here like new line 7, new line 8. 2 more line will be added automatically, or new line 9, 3 line, let's add it. Okay, control. So we added this, and well and good. If I'll do the cat file one, the content is updated also. Okay. But now if I'm going to say you using the cat command, you have to make this all n as capital. Okay, whatever the n is written here, you have to make it as capital. Or if you want to add some extra line between this, okay, after line 3, I want to add one more extra line. Okay, or I want to make this L as a capital. Okay, or I want to change some numbering here. So will I able to do using the cat command? What do you think? Like if I want to edit some particular line, okay, changing the spelling, everything, will it be possible using the cat command? Yes or no? Cat command can only do 2 things, right? The first thing they can do is the override the content. They will override the entire content. Okay. Second thing cat command can do is they can add some extra line. If you want to change the spelling, if you want to add some line in the between, these all things cannot be done by the cat command. Is this thing is clear to you? Yes or no? That what is the limitation of the cat command? Cat command cannot change the spelling. Okay. Nobody is speaking. Are you getting confused? If yes, then you can ask, right? See, this is the notepad, right? I'm writing some content here. So these all things we can do using the cat command also, right? If somebody will say to add some extra line, that also I can do here using the double greater than. But if somebody will say that can you go here and can you make this D as a capital, that I can do it in the notepad, but that I cannot do in the cat command. I have to overwrite this entire content again. That can be the only case. So is this thing is clear to you that what is the limitation of cat command? Yes or no? Everybody please respond in chat. Is this clear? What is the limitation of cat now? So in the next class, we are going to see the 2 editor command. One is the VI editor and one is the nano editor. Okay. So these 2 editor command is just exactly equal to your notepad. Okay, what are the things you can do with the notepad? You can edit some line, you can add some extra line, you can change the spelling of the file. Okay, you can add some numbering here in the starting. All these things you can do with the help of the editor. Okay, so that will be seen one by one tomorrow. I don't want to keep so many commands in a single day, so in the starting itself you will get confused. Okay, so till then what you can do is you can log into your Linux machine, whatever you created. Okay, and inside that login, after that you can try to run some commands. Okay, and try to run the commands up to this, before up to 10 commands. So there are total 10 commands there I written. Just try to run this command, try to match the screenshot. Okay, if the screenshot is matching, everything is well and good. You can try to read it also, you'll get some explanation. Okay, so just try to run up to 10 command. From the 11th command using the VI editor, I will show you tomorrow. Okay, so till then just practice well. I'm not going to give you so many commands in a single day, else you'll get confused. And anybody have any question in your mind, anything regarding syllabus or anything till now, you can ask. Or any doubt you're facing in creating the AWS account or setting it up. Okay, then it's all good. So you can always come to this particular drive. Okay, I think all of you have the drive access. All of you are able to access this directory, labs and documents. Have you checked that? Are you able to see this two folder? Yes or no? Okay. So in this lab directory, this is the lab file Linux commands lab. Okay. This one you have to refer and you have to do the practical up to 10 commands. Okay. And after 10th, 11th command, I will start it tomorrow. So just practice it. Okay. Thanks all of you. Have a nice day.